Climbing back upon Mount Soapbox for another rant. And honestly, Rockstar, I am so tired of you dropping the ball. Even whenever you have a chance to have a small W, along with a big giant L, like the past few event weeks, you turn that little W into another L. I'm talking, of course, about the login reward this week. Play Red Dead Online this week will also automatically earn you 5 ranks worth of Club XP, which also counts toward the Outlaw Pass rank progression. Play before March 2nd, and your Club XP will be available from Benefits section within 48 hours of gameplay. This is great, fantastic. You have the ability to get some rewards in your Benefits section to give you 5 additional ranks worth of Club XP towards your Outlaw Pass, except for one small problem. Well, two small problems. Most of us players that play Red Dead Online on a regular basis have already reached rank 100 in Outlaw Pass 2. And for somebody that triple dips like me, I've done it 3 times. I've already maxed it out on the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. And I wasn't even hardcore grinding it either. I just played the game, and I think at least a month or so back, I finally reached rank 100 Outlaw Pass 2 for all 3 of my characters. It wasn't that difficult. Now, it wouldn't have bothered me as much as if this reward could be carried over to Outlaw Pass 3. At least that's what some of us were hoping. Now, for players that have yet to max out Outlaw Pass 2, that are getting close to that March 10th deadline, okay, it's great for them. But for the majority of those of us still playing Red Dead Online, this is a completely worthless reward. Now, some of you are probably like, well, GB, you could simply just use those Club XP rewards towards Outlaw Pass 3. And that's exactly what I was hoping Tuesday when I went over the event week video, that at the very least, we could use those coupons towards Outlaw Pass 3 whenever that comes out sometime in March, April, whenever. But when we got the awards, to my shock and mostly disappointment, I shouldn't have been disappointed. I should have realized that this was going to be the case. Offer available through March 10th, 2020. The same day that Outlaw Pass 2 ends. Which means that we will not be able to use these Club XP coupons for Outlaw Pass 3. Because they'll be expired before we get Outlaw Pass 3. GG, Rockstar, way to go. At the very least, they could have made the expiration date for these rewards May 1st. Because I'm sure before May 1st, we'll most likely get the spring update. Or June 1st, to give them a little bit more wiggle room to get the spring update out. But like I said, this so-called reward for most of us that play Red Dead Online on a regular basis, that are veterans, that would have liked to have spent these rewards towards Outlaw Pass 3 when it eventually comes out, it's worth absolutely nothing. It is taking up space in the benefits page. It just sits there taunting us. Over the various social medias, including Discord and the YouTube community tab, some of you chimed in regarding your thoughts regarding this awesome reward. Tankbuster, it only takes like a week to get to 100 in Club XP in Outlaw Pass 2. Unless you're only in for a few days or less, they know this damn well. The only way not to be maxed out by the expiration date is to have just started Outlaw Pass 2. Fiend says Rockstar don't give a shit anymore about Red Dead Online. Otto says, as much as I don't like this because I'm a veteran ranked 220 plus level, I think that Rockstar is trying to gather player base so they can justify the stockholders that they actually have players left in the game. Bill Shamrock says everything they have done for weeks and weeks is for new players that got the game recently. Sad. Very sad indeed, Bill Shamrock. Aiden would have rather had a fast travel voucher. That's how worthless it is. I agree entirely, Aiden. At the very least, Rockstar, give us login rewards that all of us can actually use, like Aiden suggested. fast travel vouchers. That would have been nice. Here's what Mike has to say. Oh yes, Rockstar has a fancy way of words to make it look like they're actually, quote, rewarding us with something good when they're really not. Quite a few of the rewards are useless to me as well. Today's word, fellow viewers and subscribers, is useless. Lord of the Apes says these should be valid for the next pass. I agree with you 110%. Why Rockstar didn't simply just make the deadline for these coupons May 10th or June 10th within enough reasonable time for us to spend them towards Outlaw Pass 3, especially those of us that have already maxed out Outlaw Pass 2, is just the latest sad example of Rockstar dropping the ball, even when it comes to something as simple as a, quote, reward for its community. Ciano's thoughts regarding Red Dead Online: when at the beta stage, one word, hopeful. Current stage, one word, disappointment. A year ago, yes, we were in the beta, and there were issues during the beta. Things have gotten better in Red Dead Online, but lately, things seem to be continuing to get worse. Some people report the animal spawns are better, and some people are able to use their camp. But in both cases, there are definitely plenty of players out there that still have trouble finding animals to hunt for hunting and or the trader role, and the camp continues to disappear without us being able to pitch it no matter what we do. And while we patiently wait for the next update, the very least Rockstar could do is add more things to interest us in playing the game on a weekly basis, besides simply trying to keep our daily streaks up. And unfortunately, the past few event weeks, as I pointed out last week, and every single event week I do lately, is the reality that Rockstar is not catering to the veteran players and offering us absolutely nothing. And when you think that they actually are going to give you an incentive, a reason to log into the game, it turns out not to be a reason at all, because surprise, surprise, those coupons that you were rewarded cannot be used towards the next Outlaw Pass. And finally, Bruno has this to say: I am not shocked since most veteran players are tired of dealing with this game. Rockstar is trying to keep a good amount of new players engaged and active of all these bonuses and free stuff. Most of us just go there these days to do daily challenges and not much more. What is the point in even offering us this reward for those of us that have already maxed out Outlaw Pass 2? It is very pointless. It is extremely hollow, Rockstar. And you should have had it to where, okay, players that have not maxed out the Outlaw Pass 2 would get this reward. But if you did max out Outlaw Pass 2 this week, or if you've already done it, you will receive some other login reward like 5 gold bars, travel vouchers, something else entirely that's actually worth something. That actually has value to the players in the Red Dead Online community. These coupons do not, because we're not going to be able to spend them for Outlaw Pass 3 because they expire the same day as Outlaw Pass 2 does. And it's just another slap in the face to all of us veterans that play Red Dead Online. Your past several event weeks have sucked. You have offered nothing for us except for XP boosts, which help new players. Good for them. All the help they can get ranking up their various roles. But for all of us that have ranked up our roles to max, the least you could do is also throw in some sort of money or gold boost as well for various activities like stranger missions, story missions, free roam events, the various roles that are featured. But no, you're just doing role boosts and XP boosts, which, just like these coupons, means absolutely nothing to the majority of those of us that are part of the Red Dead Online community, because we've already maxed out those roles, as well as Outlaw Pass 2. With all the issues plaguing the game, as well as these lackluster event weeks that have been going on for well over a month now, it really feels like you're alienating the veteran players in Red Dead Online. And this login reward that most of us can't even use feels like yet another slap in the face. To some, it may seem like a small thing to rant about. If everything else was fine in the game, it would be something that we could just sit back and just have a good laugh about. If the event weeks were better and offered more to everybody, the new players and veteran players, then it wouldn't be a big deal. And to some, it may just seem like yet another oopsie by Rockstar, where they should have rewarded this out a little sooner, and they should have taken into consideration the fact that a majority of the players had already maxed out Outlaw Pass 2. But there are definitely those within the Red Dead Online community that could take this as the final straw, symbolic of what Rockstar thinks about its dedicated veteran players of Red Dead Online. If you go by the previous event weeks, you start to see a pattern. The focus is on the newer players, ranking them up, while offering the veteran players absolutely nothing. The one thing that still keeps players logging into Red Dead Online every day is the daily challenge streak in order to keep their streaks active and get as much gold as possible. But over the past few weeks in my comment section, I have seen comment after comment after comment of players that are giving up. They've had enough. They have enough gold. They have enough cash. There's nothing for them to do. There's no reason for them to come back for the event weeks because the event weeks offer nothing to them. Mr. Baba Django said this: "I let my 113-day streak die today. Great potential with amazing community, but unfortunately Rockstar do a better job at pissing everyone off rather than fixing things or add new things frequently. Just seems like they don't care with all the BS going on with people not being able to get their free items, etc., etc. It's just become unacceptable." Ghost responded, "I'm going to let my 80+ day streak end. The only thing I log in for when is the Gator hat vest come back out." Unfortunately, Rockstar is just not offering enough to keep players interested in playing the game anymore. Compounded with the problems that are plaguing the game, the reality is more and more players are simply either taking a hiatus until the spring update comes out and hopefully brings a lot of awesome content to the game while fixing a lot of the issues that persist, or they may just not come back at all. Most of us realize that right now is a downtime for Red Dead Online and any online game in between updates when there's no more drip-fed content, but you need to do a better job, Rockstar, with your event weeks. You need to offer rewards and incentives that appeal to all the players in your community. The newer players just starting out, ranking up their characters and their roles, as well as us veterans. And that should also apply to the login rewards. You know damn well that a majority of the Red Dead Online community that plays this game on a regular basis have already reached rank 100 in Outlaw Pass 2. At the very least, Rockstar, you could have extended the deadline on those rewards so that we could have spent them towards Outlaw Pass 3. At least that way, those rewards would have actually been rewards and not completely worthless to most of us that play your game.